Hey guys, Jake here, and today I have my week number 10 battle of the NPL versus John W., my good pal, coach of the Indiana Keldeos. So first off, I'm going to talk about the playoff scenario for this game. So spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Owen actually retired and forfeited all of his games, which is really unfortunate because he's a good friend of mine, and he's something I really watched battling, and he has decided to retire from the format. So it is unfortunate in that regard, but it actually helps us a ton in playoffs because he dropped, we are actually guaranteed for playoffs, and our opponent John W is trying to take Owen's spot in the playoffs. So yeah, basically what I have to do is I'll spoil another game right now. Turbo lost his game versus II, meaning if I win this game, I get the first seed, meaning I go straight to the championship game, and I only need to win one game to get promoted. But if I lose, I am the second or third seed, depending on how much John beats me. If he beats me by 3-0 or more, then he will overtake me and get the second seed. But if I get second or third seed, I have to win 3 games to be guaranteed promoted to NPL majors. So I definitely want that first seed, but I didn't really put that much time to prep this game just because I was really busy this week, and we kind of waited into a weekend. John, being the queer that he is, he rushed me to play the night we just figured out the result of Turbo versus II, and so he lied and said he couldn't play Sunday, but John doesn't John, and I like to John, so yeah, I feel like my prep was kind of impacted. This definitely wasn't my best prep, but basically I'm not going to be doing a team builder just because there's a very good chance John and I rematch if he were to make playoffs. So yeah, I will just go over my team real quickly. First off, I'll go over his team. His team has Mega Gallade, Tornadus T, Suicune, Metagross, Snorlax, Diggersby, Kyurem, Ludicolo, Musharna, Pelipper, Kabutops, Golduck. So yeah, he kind of built this team around this kind of like pocket rain core with Ludicolo, Kabutops, and Golduck. So yeah, his draft was honestly one of the most annoying drafts I've ever had to prepare for. It just has like all the mons I hate prepping for. Just Mega Gallade just fucking destroys my team. Torn T is always a bitch to prep for. Suicune can always be annoying with its pressure stall shenanigans. It's just walling a lot of my team. Metagross was kind of annoying in this build just because it checked a lot of my stuff pretty well. Snorlax, Curselax was a huge threat to my team, and I was pretty happy to see he didn't bring it. Diggersby I always hate facing just because of how strong it is. Kyurem, I wasn't really that scared of Kyurem this game because I did have my Jirachi. And then the Pocket Rain Core, especially Kabutops and Ludicolo, I was really scared of just because they could outspeed my whole team and really do damage to it. So yeah, I was not too fond about my match of this game, but I went into the game plan of this game trying to just run Thunder Wave on stuff and try and paralyze stuff for stuff like my Chomp and my Kang to win late game. So yeah, let me go over my sets real quick. First up, I have a physically defensive Qwilfish rocking Intimidate with I have Thunder Wave on this and Spikes. All nice moves to get chip damage on his team and paralyze stuff and slow stuff down. I have a especially defensive Rock Swish Body Slam Iron Head Jirachi. Hopefully get some pairs with Body Slam. Next up, I have a Banded Garchomp. Just kind of destroys his team. His only Dragon Resist is Metagross, and if I can kill that or get it weakened, I just get a kill with Dragon Claw every time. I've also got a Yachi Berry, Fizzdef Yachi Berry Shaman there to try to help me deal with Kabutops and some of his other mons. I've got a Sash Lead Rotom with dual status here with T-Wave and Will-O-Wisp. Statusing a lot of the stuff on his team is really nice. So yeah, I'm gonna try and hopefully do that. He's also next up I've got an offensive power up Punch Sucker Kang. So this is basically my win con. I want to try and get some damage on stuff and Sucker Punch stuff, and hopefully win because his team really doesn't have a lot for Kang. But yeah, let's get into the game. I don't remember this game very well, to be honest, but I'll give it a shot. I know I led off with my Rotom because it was my dedicated lead, and he decides to lead off with his Diggersby. Now, here on this turn, I'm just going to try and click Will-O-Wisp because he doesn't have a switch in, and if I could potentially burn this turn 1, that would just be fantastic, although there's a good chance he will be Scarf, and he does just go for the Scarf U-turn. I sped corrupt Diggersby with my Rotom, so I know he's now Scarf, as I just go for the Will-O-Wisp as he goes into his Pelipper. Now this could be a Scarf Pelipper, and he could just like blow back my Rotom, so I go into my Spadef Jirachi because I know it can take any hits, and I want to get Rocks up ASAP for the Torn and for the Pelipper. But he actually makes a play that makes a lot of sense considering he's going to turn out to not be Scarf Pelipper, and I considered Wisping again, but he's just going to go into Diggersby trying to block the Volt Switch as I go into my Jirachi. Now here's where I really wish I had Protect, because I would have been able to scout what move he would go for, because I know he's Scarf. But I thought because I have the Rotom and I'm in with Jirachi right now, I felt like Knockoff was his best play. I figured he'd have Knockoff because otherwise he's walled by Rotom, and he doesn't really need that many moves to just run through my team. So I was predicting the Knockoff here as I go into my Shaman, knowing I can take a Knockoff, but he actually goes for the U-turn, and he goes out into his Metagross. Here I just want to get damage on this for stuff like my Kang and my Garchomp clicking Dragon Claw late game, and I know he's just going to get Brox here, so I just click Earth Power, so that does a pretty nice amount, and I know this thing is probably Defensive Helmet, and he gets him his Rocks, so now he's obviously going into Torn T because I just went for the Earth Power, so I go into my Jirachi because I want to get my own Rocks up, and predicting that, and I know I will probably be able to take a hit, so I just go for my Rocks. As he goes for the Dark Pulse, I know he'll be revealed to be Life Orb, as I do think do not flinch and get at my Rocks. So here I'm going to go for the Body Slam, because if I go for the Body Slam, I get a Para, I will outspeed him in the next turn and kill him with an Iron Head, and that would be great. Because I am seeing Grace, of course, there's a 60% chance for me to get the Para, meaning it is in my favor. But as you're going to see, he's going to go for the Dark Pulse, and I go for the Body Slam, and I do not get the flinch. So pretty unlucky there. Crit didn't matter because he would have been in range of Iron Head the next turn anyway, if I were to get the Para. So yeah, really annoying that I didn't get the Para even if it wasn't in my favor, because I would have been able to just Iron Head again and be in a great spot and still have Irachi around. But now I go into my Kang, and predicting him to preserve this when he's got the Metagross in the back. I'm going to go for the Power Up Punch. I know there's a good chance he is Rocky Helmet, but I will be able to take the hits and then kill him with the Earthquake, so I don't have to take another round of Helmet, as I get the kill there, and here he goes into his Glade. Now here's a huge turn. So one big reason I brought this Quillfish is because I didn't think he would run Knockoff versus my team. I thought his moveset would be Close Combat just for general stab, Ice Punch for Garchomp, and Togekiss, Shadow Sneak because it's great for priority. Shadow Sneak or Swords Dance. Shadow Sneak is really nice for my Rotom and my Zam, as well as just other fast stuff on my team. And then I thought he would 100% have Knockoff to my Jirachi and to have a way of hitting my Dusclops. And just Knockoff is a great move to have. So I really didn't think he'd have Zen Headbutt because it really is only good for Quillfish. So I go into my Quillfish thinking I'm a good check to this. But he's actually just going to go for the Close Combat as I predicted, and I will get some Rocky Helmet chip on this. So now I really wanted to double, but I believe I just click Poison Jab because it would have done a lot with the Glade and gotten him in range of +2 Sucker because he had the defense drop. But now I'm forced to switch out. I just go into my Rotom as he goes for the U-turn, and then he goes into his Glade. I don't agree with this play just because actually yeah, that's a good play. I tweaked, but I just this was a terrible play. Here I was thinking he's gonna click Knockoff because he doesn't have Zen Headbutt, and like it's the only way he kills me, or Shadow Sneak. So I was thinking going into my Kang to eat a knock and then pivoting into my Quillfish would be a nice play, just because I wanted to keep Sacks around for the Kabutops and the Diggersby. So hence why I just didn't sack off my Rotom there. But yeah, as you can see, this was really stupid because I risked my only way of winning. And he's just going to go for the Zen Headbutt. I'm going to get for the Sucker and get some damage off, but it doesn't really matter because I just pretty much just threw away my win con. And now I also need to sack something off because I also need to sack my Quillfish because otherwise Glade will just clean my team. because I thought he would have Ice Punch because I have a Togekiss and a Garchomp, but now that I have the Intimidate, I can finally go into my Shaman and I can click Energy Ball. I'm not sure why he Sword Stance. Maybe he wanted to get like fucking something kills. I don't know. Maybe I would have been able to live with Close Combat because of the Intimidate, but I don't know why he did that. Oh fuck me. Yeah, I'm about here. Okay, yeah, so I sack off my Shaman here just because I've pretty much lost this tour and will be able to take a huge chunk out of my Garchomp, and I just lose to Scarf Diggersby. I lost to Scarf Diggersby ever since Scarf Diggersby was the main reason I kept around my Rotom. Here I'm just gonna go into my Here I went to my Rotom hoping he had no way of killing my Garchomp besides his stabs, but he actually did go for knockoff, and that really confused me because I thought he would have went for knockoff earlier. But yeah, the Diggersby will be able to kill my Garchomp, and yeah, sorry for the low video quality this week. I'm in a huge rush to get this up, and this game didn't matter that much in the end anyways. Like, okay, it did matter in terms of seeding, because if I did get first seed, I would have been in a very good spot, but in all honesty, I just didn't have the time to put into prep that I usually like to, so I wasn't that motivated for this game. I did lose because my prep was porous, my matchup was shit, and I didn't play that well either. Going hard Kang was pretty shit on me. John played good as well. Definitely go check him out. His link will, of course, be in the description. But on the good news, we are in playoffs, and we are playing the one guy who I really didn't want to play after I looked at his team this season. We are playing Lord Zedon in round 1 of the playoffs, and I really did not want to play this guy just because his team is broken as fuck. I don't know how he let him get it. It has like fucking Lando, Weavile, Clef, Mega Scizor. He got like round 11 Mega Scizor. Like, that just shows how broken his team is, and then he also has like Lando T. But yeah, that game will definitely be very hard. But yeah, anyways, thank you all for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.